So now we have a Space Adventure class, and within that we have a planetary system class that models planetary systems. And now we need something to model an actual planet itself, and we're going to take care of that in this video. Usually a planetary system will have a number of planets, so it's probably easiest to use a data type that can hold a number of pieces of information. And for that we're going to use the Swift array, and an array is like a list in Python. And so we are going to go to our planetary system class, command 1, and then planetary system, and we are going to create an array of planets. So I'm going to say let planets, and then of type planet. I didn't want those, I wanted this. Okay. So the square brackets denote an array, and whatever in the array is the type of object found in the array. So this means I'm going to create an array of planets of type planet. But I have an error because Xcode has no idea what a planet is. So we actually need to define that. So we need a new class that will do that. So I'm going to hit Command N, a new Swift file. I'll call it planet. And I'll create a class planet with curly braces. Now if I go back to planetary system, that error disappeared, but I have a new error, which means it says I have not initialized all stored properties. I initialized name, but not planets. So I'm going to have to change my initializer to add that. So let's go ahead and put a comma here. I'm going to do planets, and that's going to be of type, an array of type planet. And then I can do self.planets equals planets. Remember that this self.planets refers to the class instance. This planets refers to the parameter being passed. So now that error is gone. There's nothing here, but Xcode understands that I'm going to have a type planet at some point. So if we go back to our Space Adventure class, notice we have an error that we can check that says missing argument. Since we changed our initializer, we have to update our initialization of our planetary system. So that's okay. All we can do is add planets, and we're going to give it an array of type planet. And we're going to put 2 parentheses after it, which will basically create an array right at runtime. So right now it's going to create an empty array for us, just as a way to allow us to initialize this planetary system class. So down here, we said before, we've hard-coded the number of planets. It would be great if there was a way we can find out exactly how many items were in our array and just print that value. Well, remember in the last unit we talked about the Xcode documentation and API reference, which we used Shift Command 0 to get to. Let's go ahead and look at that again. And let's go ahead and search for array. Whoops. And I see down here on the API reference, the array. Let's go ahead and click on that. And again, you can see here's a bunch of information. But this looks interesting, this count. Let's go ahead and click on that. And it says the number of members in the set, which seems like exactly what we want. How many items are in an array. So let's go ahead and close this. And let's change number of planets. Let's get rid of that information. And then instead of number of planets, we can say planetary system lowercase, dot planets, which is our array of planets, dot count, which is going to return the number of elements in our planets array. And again, right now, since we've just initialized a blank array, it should be 0, but let's go ahead and check that out to make sure that this works. So Command R to run. Oh, I must have an old one going. I'll stop it. It's going to run it again. Notice it says there are 0 planets to explore. So it works exactly as we expected it to. So we've updated our planetary system class with an array of planets. We created a planet class, but right now it's blank, and we need to find some way to add some planetary data to make our space adventure more exciting.